As the US Supreme Court overturned the landmark Roe v. Wade ruling, world leaders have of course come in support of abortion rights. The ruling has cast some uncertainty about women's reproductive rights in the United States of America. And there are protests that in fact took place. So let's start with Paris, where many people gathered on the streets in solidarity with American women who do not even have access to their own reproductive rights. The protesters also questioned the abortion rights of women in France, where women in France still have to fight for an abortion procedure, although it is still considered legal in the country to get an abortion.
J'ai fait toutes les manifestations à Paris pour le droit d'avorter, parce que même en France où le droit a été acquis en 79 définitivement, ce droit est grignoté partout. Dans les faits, une femme qui veut avorter, c'est un parcours de la combattante. Et les femmes qui se présentent pour demander d'avorter ne demandent pas d'exercer un droit, elles mendient une faveur, et ce n'est pas normal.
Meanwhile, the French President Emmanuel Macron took to Twitter and said that abortion is a fundamental right for women and must be protected. Across the British Channel, the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said that a decision by the top American court was a big step backwards and claimed that the laws in the United Kingdom are for women's rights.
Look, I'd be absolutely clear with everybody. This is not our court. It's another jurisdiction, but clearly it has massive impacts on people's thinking around the world. It's a very important decision. I've got to tell you, I think it's a big step backwards. I think it's a big step backwards. I've always believed in a woman's right to choose, and I stick to that view, and that's why the UK has the laws that it does. And actually, if you look, we recently took steps to make sure that those laws were enforced throughout the whole of the UK.
Meanwhile, other leaders also condemned the ruling. The Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has called the ruling as horrific, while Scotland's First Minister has said that it is one of the darkest days for women's rights in her lifetime. However, the Vatican has praised the ruling on abortion. It has said that the ruling not only has challenged the world to reflect on life issues, but has also called for social changes to help women keep their children. Now, apart from world leaders condemning the ruling, the United Nations has also warned that banning abortion will not stop people from undergoing a procedure, but only makes it much more deadly, reiterating that you can only ban safe abortions and not abortions altogether. Now, there are chances that women might in fact travel to countries and to other places where abortion is still legal to get the procedure done. But experts warn that some US states might in fact go ahead and ban travelling out for women who want to go to another state to get an abortion procedure done. And also, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has been tracking the story very closely for us from New York, United States, and has sent us this report. Listen in.
Strong vocal reaction has been echoing from different groups across the United States since the news broke that the Supreme Court has reversed Roe v. Wade. But also nations around the world have been weighing in, as well as international organizations. For example, the United Nations World Population Fund said in a statement, quote, "Decision reversing progress gained have a wider impact on the rights and choices of women and adolescents everywhere." Amnesty International, for its part, said in a statement that we fear it would, quote, "set a terrible example for other countries around the world." World leaders from the UK, Belgium, and Scotland have also chimed in. But also pro-life groups internationally have also expressed joy or have released statements. For example, today we got the big news. It was everything that we had hoped for, at least in this round, said the president of the pro-life group Heartbeat International. Now, protests are scheduled across the United States in opposition to the overturning of Roe v. Wade but also in some European cities during the weekend. Susan Terhwani reporting from New York for WION. World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.